We all know those women who are just effortlessly put together. The hair is laid, the makeup is good, the nails are done, the outfits hit every single time. Like they are just giving flawless and confident. And we also decided that this was the year we were gonna get that for ourselves, right? So with that in mind, here are the 8 style secrets that have been helping me instantly elevate my outfits, bring in compliments, but also make me feel confident, because that is a huge part, but not the biggest secret. I'll get to that in the end, to actually looking effortlessly put together with very minimal effort. And the biggest mistake I want to share that took me years to overcome is that a lot of these stylish women that we see are not worried about being perfect all the way around. They're actually worried about being selectively perfect. That blew my mind as a type A Virgo who really likes everything just so. Hello. When I started looking at all the outfits of the women whose style I loved and looked effortless and looked amazing, what I started to realize was that it wasn't that the whole outfit was actually perfect. It's maybe that their hair was super laid, or that lipstick was like the perfect shade of lipstick, or they just nailed their accessories so well. And after doing some digging, do you know what I realized? That's because the way that our brains are set up, we actually focus on like the most put together polished piece of someone's outfit and then project even more onto them, just like how polished and amazing they are. So the fashionable girlies are actually taking advantage of just the way our brains naturally work, which is to kind of extend grace and assume the best in others, which seems so crazy because I don't know about y'all, I definitely sometimes struggle looking in the mirror like, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I am that girl, like, and I have the energy and the want to get dressed. But knowing that a lot of people do not even think about that when they first look at your outfit, they honestly are picking up the polished pair of shoes, the perfect tailored jacket, and then going, dang, like she's got it together. In fact, I bet her life is like this. And I saw this in action the other day grabbing my coffee. Was this woman walks in with this white workout set and her hair was just done so well. Like she had nothing special about her nails, nothing special with the makeup, but this guy next to me literally started going on about like, I know exactly what kind of woman she is and what life she leads. And I was like, let me lean in. What's he about to say? And he's like, that is definitely a woman who is taken care of. Her husband has everything done for her. She just gets to get up and do what she wants with the day. Like she is well taken care of. And I was like, you got all of that just from her hair being done and a white workout set? No, okay. Like, so many times we often have those personal barriers that we assume everyone else can see when they really can't. And so removing the need to have every single thing be perfect and focusing on creating a system to have your hair always done or have your nails always done or always have those perfect accessories minimizes the work, minimizes the stress, and honestly lets you have way more fun with your style. For my return viewers who are not new to it but true to it, thank you so much for clicking and coming to hang out for yet another style advice video. And if you happen to be new here, I am Jordan Blackwell, but everyone calls me JB, and I love to share fashion, life, beauty, travel, and the mindset shifts that I have learned that have helped me feel confident in making all of these my own, because that is really like the biggest thing when it comes to having a killer wardrobe and that effortless style, which moves me into secret tip number 2, and that is not falling for what the fashion brands have shoved down our throats for the last probably decade now, which is you can't rewear your pieces. Because best believe one of the things that took me so long to break was getting a style uniform. But having a style uniform unlocked so much for me. It made getting dressed easier. It made picking out pieces easier. I was spending less. I am buying better. And the outfits are truly giving, because truly, shouldn't we be getting our cost per wear out of our clothes? Like, I know it is the fashion brand's jobs to kind of get us in the store every season and convince us that you can't be seen in the same outfit. But if you looked good in it the first time, why would you not rewear it again? And 9 times out of 10, no one's really clocking it that closely unless you are a public figure. And there's also something to be said about you showing up in pieces you know look good and not caring what people think. Like, is that not the ultimate like show of confidence? Like, yes, you have seen me in this outfit. Yes, I'm rewearing it again. And guess who still looks good? Me. And that is something that unlocked so much ease in my life and less overwhelm, was that leaning into those uniforms that I know work well for me, look good for my body shape, really just cuts down on so much wasted energy when it comes to looking put together and feeling more confident in my style. In fact, I have an entire video where I break down how to find your perfect style uniform that would be worth you checking out next if you really want to dig deeper into that journey. Moving into number 3, this is something I'm still learning to adapt, but it is the power of the third piece. Y'all, there are so many rules of thirds out there in the fashion world. There is the rule of thirds when it comes to your vertical proportions, the rule of thirds when it comes to mixing textures, but the rule of third that I'm talking about here is simply just adding a third piece, a scarf, a blazer, a really cool hat, a very fun belt. Personally, I have been loving vests this season for fall. I just think it's giving something elevated and very easy. And this is something you don't have to give a lot of thought to, right? Again, once you nail down that uniform, it's gonna be easy to figure out that third piece, whether it's a sweater wrapped around your shoulders for some chic old money luxury, or it's a really fun patterned coat that just turns heads and gets compliments. This is something that even professional stylists swear by every single time they are styling their clients, whether they are celebrities or the socialites, right? Like, there's always gonna be that third piece that just really grabs you in, even if it is something as simple as like a very delicate waist belt. It just gives what it needs to give. And what I love about this is that it works regardless of your age, your body type, or your budget, which you're gonna see with a lot of the tips I'm sharing today. Which brings me into the tip that I swear by the most, especially when I have 0 brain cells. Sometimes I hit the snooze button one too many times because I love to sleep. I just have to be honest with myself. And so when I am in a rush, monochrome outfits are always going to hit. Wearing one color head to toe is going to give luxury even with inexpensive items. And that's why it's so easy for anyone to do to instantly elevate your style, y'all. Like an all burgundy look, an all green look. You know that I personally love to do this with colors, but this even works with neutrals like browns or creams, because this also plays again on the way that our brains work. Like whenever we see a monochrome outfit, we're not going like, oh my gosh, it just seems so disjointed or messy like it does when you're mixing colors or you're mixing patterns. Wearing one color head to toe just automatically gives cohesive and thought through and that sophistication when you want to just look instantly put together and you're in a rush or you just really don't know what else to do that day. Another thing I love to lean on when I want to be more stylish and put together is texture. Y'all, just like color impacts the way people view us, so does texture. I don't know if you know this, but softer textures actually make you more inviting and make people want to approach you, whereas smoother textures like leathers or faux suedes actually give you an air of authority and make you look more polished and put together. So I've always loved texture to not just add interest to a look and keep it from being boring, but again, it is kind of playing with that psychology of like, today I do want to feel approachable. Maybe I'm gonna go with a fuzzy, soft cardigan, right? Or you know what, I really need to feel more powerful, so I want to have some edgier textures like a faux leather or thicker ribbed knits, right? That kind of give that power move and money vibes, right? And this is one of the reasons I love a mall day. If you've seen any of the videos on my channel, you know once a month I am in the mall and I do what's called a blind test. This is going to change everything for you. When you go into the store and you're going to pick out a piece, close your eyes and just touch it first. Just feel it in your hands, rub it together, and really think about, do you love the way that feels on your skin? Because the truly stylish women out there are not buying materials they don't like to feel on their bodies. That doesn't make you comfortable, that makes you fidgety, that makes you want to play and fuss with your clothes, and that can signal as insecure on accident. Like you tugging and pulling at your clothes because they do not feel comfortable, they do not fit right. That does not make you look stylish. That does not make you look put together. So when I was working as a sustainable materials engineer, this was a test we did all the time, was the blind test. It truly changed the way that I think about clothes and understanding the different fabrics and what feels good for me. Because when you feel good in your pieces, you're gonna be confident, you're going to want to take on the world, and you're also just going to want to wear them more, meaning that you're not going to waste money because an item feels uncomfortable on your skin. So that is a simple test that you can do to determine if something's even worth spending your money on and having in your closet to elevate your style. And speaking of feeling good, this next tip single-handedly changed the way that my wardrobe started to work together and make getting dressed so much more effortless. And that was focusing on how the pieces fit rather than them being on trend or being fashionable. Just like the items on your skin feeling good, when items look like they're tailored to you and made for you, it is a game changer, right? Understanding the right fits for your body, whether that is crop tops versus oversized or long tops, whether that is more fitted jeans or wide leg jeans, the types of skirts, whether that's mini skirts or maxi skirts, where your pieces start and stop, how they lay on your body, whether it's off the rack or once you get it home from the tailor, will literally make all the difference between looking kind of put together and truly styled. Like just the nastiest, baddest fit you see on a lot of women, it is because it looks like it's tailored to them. Even if they're doing something oversized, it's intentionally oversized in certain areas. It's never drowning them. It's never just sloppily put on. It is very thought through. And when you start to have that discernment, y'all, like that's really where you see a lot of women have taste, right? Because we can all love and look at the same pieces, but if you want to be a woman with good taste and you really want to have that confidence, it comes from being pickier. It comes from not feeling like you need every single trend, but understanding which trends are going to work best for your body, for your skin tone, right? And that's going to elevate and make you feel more confident, because how amazing do you feel when you actually put together an outfit that was in your head in real life and it looked good? You feel so amazing when that happens, don't you? Like, I know I'm over there like, yes, girl, like you can't, snapping all the pictures in the mirror. You cannot convince me I did not just do something incredible that day. And that becomes so much easier when the pieces in your wardrobe naturally work together, because you're choosing the ones that fit your body and fit with what you already own, instead of focusing solely on it being fashionable or it being trendy. And speaking of skin tones, this next style tip is a sneaky little hack that I had seen so many other women do, but was not quite understanding until I saw it like in real life. And that is the white shirt hack. I don't know if you've heard this one. Again, this was new to me, but simply adding a white shirt underneath your sweaters or underneath your jackets acts as basically like having your own personal ring light. It acts like a reflector, so it bounces off the natural sunlight onto your shirt and onto your skin, giving you just a nice natural glow. I didn't know this. Now, depending on your skin tone, white might be too bright and you may want to go for a cream color, but either way, that's just going to give your skin a natural glow, which is so important on those days where you might have overslept, you did not get to your skincare, and you need something that's going to give you a natural boost with very minimal effort. And if you're a sweaty girl like me, a sneaky trick, reach for a tank top, y'all, or invest in those like dicky tops as well, right? That is something I have shared in my other videos as to why I personally love crop tops over longer tops sometimes, because when I want to layer and give that extra bit of brightness to make my skin tone look good, it also means that I'm not sweating or bulky layering as I'm taking advantage of this hack. So keep that in mind. Like, find the pieces that also work for you as you're doing some of these hacks as well, right? Like, if the jacket's not your jacket, or again, if a t-shirt is not for you because you don't like sweaty armpits, a tank top will absolutely work as well. And the most important thing that's really helped me just elevate my style, y'all, is giving myself those mirror affirmations. That is right. Singing, I am healthy, I am wealthy, getting your Cardi B on, your Nicki Minaj, whoever your like musical muse of affirmations is, make yourself a playlist. Like, I have an entire playlist called Good Vibes, and it is the first playlist I put on every single morning to get my mindset right. Because the thing about having great style and having confidence is that you truly need your mind in the right place. And so many of us find this stressful and overwhelming because we are so busy talking negatively about ourselves. And that makes the process so much harder. And the goal is that you want to make this easier and you want to make this effortless. And the more that you affirm yourself, what you're amazing at, what you're good at, the easier and more excited you're going to be to play in your closet, try clothes on, and really put together a fit and feel polished. Like, that mindset shift is so crucial, which is why I put it here in the video, because that is truly the secret when you want to be more confident. Like I mentioned with the style uniform, there is just something about you showing up in pieces confidently, knowing it's a fit, knowing you look good, and knowing that it makes you feel amazing. Like, that's such a completely different place than trying to force clothes on and change your mood. It's so much easier to go into getting dressed and putting on an outfit and feeling polished and look together when you have a more positive, when you are just feeling yourself. Like, let's be honest. And as you're getting those right pieces and putting together and using those style tips and tricks and seeing it all come together, it's gonna reinforce this process for you, and you're going to actually start looking forward to getting dressed, to playing around with your wardrobe, and really getting that like cost per wear out of the pieces you own, and starting to just feel that confidence. Because the last little sneaky trick that I'm going to share with you that I do not see in enough videos is that it all comes from doing. So many times we wait for the motivation and we wait to be inspired, but action actually leads to inspiration. Action actually leads to motivation. And when you are able to get that first step, no matter how hard it can feel, no matter how much you just want to go to work or you just want to skip over it today, taking even a small step in that right direction is going to motivate you. Like, okay, wait a minute, the hair did come out good. I do need a fit to match. Okay, wait a minute, the shirt is giving what it needs to give. Let's find those heels, right? And that's just going to build on that momentum so much easier than not taking that step at all. So when you are stuck, when you are truly stuck, just take that first step. I promise you, you are going to be that girl before you know it. You're going to be putting on those nasty fits before you know it. It's going to become more effortless. It's going to become more easy. And hopefully my style is proof of that. If you've seen my videos from where I started 10 years ago to now, it has become so much easier because of these simple tips and tricks that I consider every day. And I put in just that little bit of work to get here. So I'm super curious which of these tips blew your mind, because I already told you which one literally shifted so much for me. And I want to know if there's a tip that you swear by. Let us know in the comments below, because this is a community for all of us to be feeling inspired and confident. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because you're basically picking up what I'm putting down since you've made it this far into the video. And if you're looking for even more style tips and tricks that cost you zero money to elevate your looks and also feel confident, go ahead and check out this entire playlist with even more tips and tricks for how to dress better today. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in a couple days.